tattoo business? I love your question. I can help you out with this. My name is Brando Linick, and the whole reason why you're going to want to pay attention to what I'm going to share with you is there's a lot of different types of people in different businesses who have started tattoo parlors in my city that I've been able to get around and be friends with. Now, their approaches are a little bit different, but they all have a couple common concepts I'm going to share with you so you can take this and apply it and have a clear understanding on really what it is that you need to focus on when it comes to a tattoo business. But you know, when it comes to investment wise, you're looking at anywhere, it could be roughly from $20,000 over $50,000 to start a tattoo parlor. All right, obviously that's going to depend on size and location, but from a non-broad contextual explanation in this video, the main focal point that I've heard in common with people and seen and learned in common with people who have had successful parlors versus people who haven't had successful parlors is location. Location is very key. I mean, a lot of people think that they could start out of their house in their basement. Yes, you can once you get a license and you register your business. And you also have to have home health inspection to come check out your home to make sure it's sanitary, it's functional for a business, and then once they've gone through and they've checked everything out, you can actually operate legally, not illegally. All right, so that's something you got to keep in mind if you're starting out your home. But in a storefront, okay, location is very key. One of the big things that separates people from successfulness versus not successful is when they started out, they got a really good location. Now, am I saying if you have a bad location that you're not going to make money? Absolutely not. But it's just going to take a little bit more marketing efforts to put yourself out there. So through Facebook, Instagram, social media, it's definitely the way to go in today's day and age. You can search up people who are in your niche audience, and your niche is going to be people who have gotten tattoos before, people who are interested in art, all right, people who are interested in creative imagery. That's going to be your target audience, all right? Maybe people who listen to a certain type of music or genre might be influenced by that artist to get tattoos, right? So your audience, your niche is really what you want to focus on. You want to cater to that niche as much as possible in your messaging, in your business, all right? Your age group, you want to cater to, the trends in the marketplace when you're starting up a tattoo business. And these are a lot of just small things that a lot of people don't keep in mind, and that's why some people who start tattoo parlors, they're not as successful as others who start at the same time, and you have one person who's really successful and 2 years later you have one person who's not so successful. So if you focus on anything, focus on location first. Once you have location down, you can look at supplies and equipment that you need. You can either buy it used, all right, which is a little bit all right, or you could buy it brand new. And from that point on, it's all about consulting with people and building out your brand. And that is really the common concepts that I've taken from people who've been successful at it. And if you have any questions, I know it's a very simple, newbie-friendly explanation, but I didn't want to confuse you or complicate you. But if you have questions, comment below. I will get back to you and point you in the right direction. If you'd like to learn more about building a business and income, if you stick with me for an additional minute and a half, if you're looking at this really just to build a business, to be your own boss, I've got a lead I want to throw your way before you consider starting a tattoo business. Because when it comes to starting out yourself, one of the things is it's only you, all right? Unless you have a friend helping you out, even with two people, it's you. It's based on you, and you have to consult with people, all right? And it limits you to the amount of people that you can see unless you have it franchised out. So before you consider trading your time for essentially money, all right, being in a location, consulting with people, seeing a couple people a day because that's all you can do because there's only so many hours in a day, I would encourage you before you head down this path, deal with supplies, equipment, employees, learn how to build a leveraged business model, all right, where it's not solely based on your production all the time, all right, where you're not, where you can take a sick day off and you can still build an income in business, where you can take a vacation, still build an income in business. And my lead I'm throwing your way is really what happened to me when I transitioned from this business model. Supplies, equipment, employees, outsourced employees too, and I was still paying them sometimes more than I was getting paid. And I came across an individual, this was 2014, who was building a multiple six-figure income business, and they're doing so through the internet, and they're doing this in a way where they could do what they're passionate about. So their passion was traveling. I'm not too sure what your passion is, and they're building a business from their laptop computer using the internet, traveling all the time. Now the cool part was they were not creating their own products. They didn't have a distribution center. They didn't have supplies or equipment or employees or a customer support team. They weren't building out or designing their own websites. And because they weren't doing this, all right, just following a simple step-by-step system, I started to model and copy what they're doing. In less than 3 months after that, I created for myself and my family a full-time income business working part-time. Now, am I going to guarantee you the same results? Am I telling you that the internet's the only way to go? No, all right? And in fact, if you're looking at like pushing a button and getting rich quick, I'm sorry, business is not right for you, because this required a lot of work, not just on this person's end, but on my end, to create a full-time income business working part-time. And I had to learn some things like you'd have to in any business. But the cool part is, I'm not sharing that with you the results wise, I'm sharing with you the principles behind those results. If you're looking at this to build a business, be your own boss, create your own income, quit your job, travel the world, get more tattoos, all right, whatever that passion is for you, then I would encourage you, learn to build a business on the internet. It's the most profitable business model you could tap into in today's day and age. And with the right guidance and help, you don't really have to go through the biggest learning curve out there. I mean, you do have to learn some things, you do have to put in work like any business, but with the right guidance and help, if I didn't get, that, I probably wouldn't be here today. So I would encourage you to connect with someone who's already doing it, who's building a business online, who can walk you through step by step what to do. That way you don't have to be the guinea pig and try and figure things out yourself. So I appreciate you. Hope that makes sense. If it did make sense to you from a business perspective, regardless of what you're passionate about, from a business standpoint of creating an income to get the results that you want, to have the lifestyle that you want, if you're interested in wanting to learn how to build a business online and this rubs your shoulder, then you can connect with me on my site. It's 123marketingtips.com. The link will be in the description below. I'll personally connect with you there, and I'll see you on the beaches of the world regardless of the road you take. Have an awesome one.